What did you do last week? I don't even remember what I did yesterday, but the federal workers are being asked by Elon Musk through email over the weekend, what did you do last week? Also, Dan Bongino gets appointed by Trump to be the next deputy FBI director. And then also the Eagles are shunning the White House and refusing to go. My name is Brandon Fogel. This is Evolution, and let's just dive into it. We got a lot to cover today. A lot happened over the weekend, and I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready, because I know I hope I am. I know I hope I am. I know I hope I am. Okay. All right, so let's just dive right into it. So Dan Bongino. So if you're not familiar with him, he was actually a part of the Secret Service in the White House, and also he transitioned over to being basically a big primetime podcaster. He's just hitting the airwaves like powerfully. He's like doing an amazing job in podcasting, but now he's been given the right hand by Donald Trump to serve as the FBI deputy director. So a position that would be underneath Kash Patel. But I mean, something that's really stood out to me about these appointments that Donald Trump is making, because in his first term, he threw out some guys out that could get stuff done, but these guys basically got clout. These guys are ones that are out on the airwaves and speaking their opinion. They're podcasters. They're Fox News hosts. They're guys that can actually get out there and communicate to the American people what they're doing. And they're not just guys that can get in there and get their hands dirty, but they're actually guys that can go out there and push forward the agenda and be speak it out in the open. They're comfortable doing that, which is amazing. Dan Bongino, when he transitioned, because he was like Secret Service. He worked in the Secret Service for I believe Obama. Fact checkers, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Obama, and he worked in that arena, and then he transitioned over to being a podcaster. He was on Fox News for a while, just a guy that was out there. And when he came, it seemed like when he first started off, and maybe this is for a lot of people, when they get on to doing speaking and communicating on TV and on radio and on the internet, he wasn't as just bolsterous and it's just hardcore, and just he didn't speak his opinion as harsh hardly as he does now. He's very clear in what he believes, very clear in what he wants to get done, and he doesn't shy away. When he first started, I remember he was a little bit shy. It seemed like he didn't and I think that goes for anybody, but since then he's got his own show. It is I don't follow too many podcasts out there on Apple, but his is one of them. I love his show, and I love what he does. He's great at what he does. And I wanted to switch this up because something that about him, Tim Pool, another person that I really, really like, what he said about him: I hope people realize the sacrifice that Dan Bongino is making for his country with one of the most successful shows in podcasting. He's choosing service to his nation over his personal enterprise. American honor is back. So that's Dan Bongino. He is... There's the guy. I mean, and him going in there, this is a guy that's going to be cleaning house. He was a person that helped Trump. He was very open and pushing Trump's agenda and getting him back in the White House. He doesn't shy away from that. So him being appointed to go in there as the deputy FBI director, he's going to actually get in there and get things done as well. So I think that's pretty good news. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but I think he is a guy that he's not going to sit back and let just the FBI continue on what it's doing. So he's going to be another bulldog in the fight that will get things done. And him to step away from what he has a pretty sweet gig right now, a pretty sweet gig. He as one of the top podcasts that are out there, I think him stepping away, that shows a lot of just honor and just willingness to sacrifice for his country. So that's a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big thing to just step away. But I mean, that's almost what service to America should be. It's public service. It's not a place to go in and get rich and get fame doing so, but it's a place to go in and get things done for the American people. Like the government, it sounds so odd, but they're there to serve us. We shouldn't be afraid of Big Brother. They shouldn't even be Big Brother. They're there to serve us, the American people. American people, we are not, there's one king above us. We are all sovereigns of this nation. We are the ones in charge. The American people are the ones in charge, and we are the ones that choose to who we're going to put to kind of basically handle things that we know needs to get done. So I'm really excited about that. I think that'll be that's an awesome appointee by Donald Trump. So another thing across the weekend that happened. Can you imagine over the weekend your boss emailing you and saying, "What did you get?" I mean, and not just your immediate supervisor, but the top guy of your company where you work, emailing you over the weekend and saying, "What did you get done last week?" And list it out in 5 bulleted points. And depending on your answer, it might determine whether you get to continue working here or not. That's what Elon Musk did. He did to the entire government. He sends out a mass email and that goes to everybody's inbox. And there is just through Sunday, there is widespread confusion on what's going to happen. And Elon Musk has made it clear that this is really just to determine who is not doing anything at all, that they're not even going to respond to this email. So there is to kind of just basically weed out that waste immediately. So he's putting that out there. This is pretty controversial, but this is the same thing. This is the same Elon Musk that I remember like with Tesla, and when he went into Twitter. What he did when he was at Tesla, I remember years back that him emailing his people, his company over the weekend, basically doing the same thing, and just it seemed like the narrative was that he is driving his people too hard, way too hard, and so him to switch it up and he's basically doing the same thing. He's not a new dog doing new tricks. He's the same dog doing the same tricks. He's getting things done. He cares what people are actually doing. I've always heard about Elon Musk, and if he has a meeting happening in any of his companies, and if somebody's in there and they are not contributing and they're not getting anything from the meeting and it has nothing to do with them, they're to immediately get up and get out of there. So Elon Musk, he's about efficiency, and we know that, but this is hard. This is very hard, like for me, because as a federal worker, because I'm trying to put myself in their shoes and what they're feeling going through this. I mean, I think the way that we're going is all about meritocracy. And if you're doing it right and you're doing what you're supposed to do and you're contributing and you're giving 110%, you're going to stay along for the ride, but if you're not, you're going to be kind of taken away, at least from the positions that are going to have power and influence. You aren't, how much I wish that we were all given a government job and we all had security and everything was great and hunky-dory. It's not. It is a privilege to work for the federal government, and I think a lot of people we've gotten away where it's just like you get in and it's just a cushy job and you're set for life. And Elon Musk is completely breaking that. And he's being bolstered by Donald Trump. Donald Trump is saying, "You're not doing enough. Be more aggressive." And Elon says, Yes, sir, Mr. President, I will do that. So Elon Musk is being extremely, extremely aggressive in what he's doing. I know it's kind of controversial in the way he's going about it sometimes, but it's the same guy. It's the same guy who made PayPal awesome, and he's not there anymore. Who made Tesla awesome, and it is awesome. It's like the best electric car out there. And who completely transformed Twitter and X and has made it, I would say, even better now. I mean, at the beginning when he first took over, it was not better. It was not as great as it had previously been, and I would grant that. But it has since then become the place. Everything happens on X, and I think that's, you can't flip a switch and make everything right overnight. And so I think with Elon Musk, he does things extremely fast, but there's only there's only so much warp speed that you can do, especially when you're trying to cut through red tape and bureaucracy and the American government. So what he's doing, I think, is extremely good, but it's tough. And I am trying to visualize myself if I was on the other side of the fence, if I was the federal worker. I mean, most of these, if they do get cut, they will have a good severance, a very good severance, like 8 months severance. I mean, where else do you get that? And to just go out there and find something else. But maybe this will light a fire under you that you'll go out there and a lot of them probably are doing amazing work, you know, but some of them aren't. So I think it's just cleaning out and weeding out who is not doing the amazing work. Maybe get them doing something that they would be better doing. All right. So and lastly, I wanted to kind of talk about the Eagles and what they did, what they are saying right now, that they are refusing to go to the White House. This one kind of struck a chord with me. It kind of hurt me deeply. It kind of hurt me deeply because it's the same thing I remember like other teams that have done in the past, that they just want to say, I'm not going to go to the White House because I don't like who is in the White House. And this, I hope Jalen Hurts steps up and changes this, because this is the thing that put me on, like, when I kind of walked away from the NBA, when like I used to love the Golden State Warriors and Curry and those guys, and they were so awesome, but they just showed such, I don't know, just distaste for our country and refusing, like, because someone is in the White House, you're refusing to go. I don't care if they're on the other side that you don't agree with. If you are going to say that you're not going to go to the White House, that's patriotism. That's like, if you're American, because I mean, to me, that is troubling. And I hope Jalen Hurts steps up and does not allow his team to go through this, you know, because he is the leader of that team. You know, we are all Americans. So it's like we can get on board together and we can support our nation. It's the same thing as kneeling for the national anthem. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. So I hope that the Eagles do something and get this fixed, and do not go forward with not going to the White House and just shunning the White House. And because somebody I don't like that's in there, I'm going to bow the knee to the public opinion of the people that are close knit to me. And instead of just stepping up, you know, if they were on the other side, do the same thing. It's like, it's troubling to me, and I hope Jalen Hurts, because he is the one I would call out for this. He is the one. I like Jalen Hurts a lot, and the team is awesome, and he makes the team run and perform amazingly. And I'm sad to say that because I am a huge Chiefs fan, but they were the better team. But let's see if you have better character, or if you have even equivalent character to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Because the Chiefs would not have said, I'm not going to go to the White House if we would have won. The Chiefs would not have done that. They would not have done that. I don't think. But so I hope Jalen Hurts takes his leadership role seriously and turns this around and says, no, we're going to be good American citizens and support our country and do what's right and go to the White House. So, all right, we'll leave it at that. Peace. Na, 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 na.